The power of a positive attitude is not just a book title. It's the difference between surrendering to life's challenges and rising above them. It's the choice to see possibility where others see defeat, to hold on to belief when everything around you says quit. This is the mindset that turns ordinary days into extraordinary journeys, and it's yours to claim right now. You're watching Beyond the Cover, where books change lives. There's a force within you, a force more powerful than any obstacle you will ever face. It's not luck. It's not something reserved for the gifted few. It's an attitude, a way of thinking that can turn your world from darkness to light, from defeat to victory, from hopelessness to unstoppable progress. And that force is the power of a positive attitude. You may think it sounds simple, even too simple, but I want you to understand this. Your attitude is not just some emotional mood you wake up with in the morning. It is a lens through which you see your life. It is a voice that decides what you believe is possible. It is a silent architect of your future. Change your attitude, and you change the way you experience the world. Every single day, life presents you with a choice. Not the kind of choice that comes wrapped in clear labels and easy instructions, but the quiet, invisible choice in your mind. How you will see today, how you will react to what happens, how you will interpret the events that are thrown your way. Two people can face the same exact challenge. One will see only hopelessness and sink. The other will see opportunity and rise. What makes the difference? Not intelligence, not resources, not even past experience. The difference is attitude. You have to understand that the attitude you carry is like the thermostat of your life. If your mindset is set low, if it's tuned to negativity, to doubt, to fear, then no matter what opportunities come your way, you'll find reasons to reject them, to question them, to believe they won't work. But if your attitude is set high, tuned to possibility, to gratitude, to belief, then even in the middle of chaos, you will find a way forward. That is the miracle of perspective. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the result of your responses to them. Too many people think positivity is pretending problems don't exist. They imagine a positive person is someone with a fake smile, denying reality. But a true positive attitude is not about denial. It's about defiance. It's standing in front of the storm and saying, "You will not break me." It's looking at the mountain in front of you and saying, "Yes, you are high, but I will climb you." It's about deciding that no matter what comes, you will control the only thing you truly can, your mind. And when your mind is strong, no force on earth can keep you down for long. Think about the moments in your life when you felt unstoppable, the times when nothing could shake your belief that you would succeed. You weren't stronger then. You weren't luckier. You simply believed differently. You had a state of mind that refused to entertain failure as a permanent result. That's the power of attitude. It creates a reality before the reality exists. A positive attitude tells your brain to look for solutions. A negative attitude tells your brain to look for excuses. And whichever you look for, you will find. Your mind is an incredible filter. Every day, it receives more information than you could possibly process. So it filters. It decides what to notice and what to ignore. If your attitude is negative, your filter will highlight the problems, the dangers, the reasons why something won't work. If your attitude is positive, your filter will highlight opportunities, blessings, lessons, and possibilities. This is why two people can live in the same world but experience entirely different lives. But here's the truth. A positive attitude is not automatic. It's not something that happens just because you wish it. It's a skill, a discipline, a choice that must be made over and over again until it becomes a habit. And like any habit, it is built through practice. The world will not hand you perfect circumstances to make it easy. In fact, life will test you precisely to see if your positivity can stand in the face of difficulty. That's the proving ground. That's when you decide whether your attitude is a fair-weather friend or an unshakable foundation. You can train your mind to see differently. You can wake up each morning and ask yourself better questions. What am I grateful for today? What can I learn from what's happening right now? How can I use this moment to grow? These questions direct your mind toward the light, toward possibilities instead of roadblocks. And over time, you stop waiting for good things to happen before you feel good. You start feeling good first, and good things begin to happen as a result. That's the reversal most people miss. Remember, you will always have reasons to be negative. There will always be problems, injustices, and disappointments. But if you wait for life to be perfect before you choose a positive attitude, you will wait forever. The key is to decide right now, with everything as it is, that you will carry yourself with hope, with belief, with determination. That decision will not erase all problems, but it will give you the energy, the creativity, and the resilience to face them. I'm not saying it's easy. There will be days when everything in you wants to give in to frustration or self-pity. But those are the days that matter most. Because every time you choose a positive attitude when it would be easier to give up, you strengthen a muscle in your soul. You prove to yourself that you are not at the mercy of your circumstances. You are the master of them. And over time, that strength compounds until people start to look at you and wonder how you keep going, how you keep smiling, how you keep finding a way. Positivity is not a personality trait you're born with or without. It's not about being naturally cheerful. It's about making a conscious choice every day to direct your focus toward what will move you forward, rather than what will hold you back. It's about becoming the kind of person who walks into a room and lifts it, rather than drains it. It's about carrying a light so strong inside you that even in the darkest times, you can still see the path. And when you live that way, you not only transform your own life, you give others permission to believe they can do the same. When you begin to carry a positive attitude consistently, something subtle yet extraordinary starts to happen. The world begins to respond to you differently. People notice your energy. They feel your confidence. They sense that you're someone who believes in possibilities rather than limitations. And because of that, they trust you more. They want to work with you. They want to be around you. Opportunities, conversations, and relationships that once passed you by now start to open up. It's not magic. It's the law of attraction in its truest form. You attract the energy you emit. This is why I say your attitude is your silent introduction. Before you even speak, people feel it. You met those individuals who walk into a room and instantly lift the atmosphere. You can't explain it, but they make you feel better just by being there. That is the power of a positive attitude in action. It's not about being loud or fake. It's about being genuinely grounded in hope, in strength, in belief, so deeply that it radiates without effort. But here's the danger. Negativity spreads faster than positivity if you let it. A single negative comment, a single pessimistic voice, can infect your thoughts if you're not careful. That's why you must guard your mind like a fortress. Be mindful of the people you allow to influence you. Surround yourself with those who challenge you to think bigger, who inspire you to aim higher, who remind you of your own potential when you forget it. Your environment plays a massive role in your attitude. Even the strongest mind can be worn down by constant exposure to defeatist thinking. Protect your mental space like it's your most valuable possession, because it is. And let's be clear, a positive attitude doesn't mean you ignore reality. It means you refuse to give reality more power than your vision. You acknowledge the facts, but you keep your faith. You see the problem, but you focus on the solution. You feel the pain, but you choose to also see the lesson. That's what makes positivity powerful. It's a conscious decision to not let temporary circumstances dictate your permanent mindset. You got to remember that the greatest victories in history, whether in sports, business, science, or personal life, were achieved by people who face incredible odds yet refuse to let those odds control their belief. They understood that attitude is the fuel of persistence. When you believe it's possible, you keep going. When you keep going, you increase your chances of success. And the moment you succeed, people call you lucky, not realizing that your luck was simply the product of your unshakable attitude. Now, I want you to imagine your life 1 year from now, if you truly commit to carrying a positive attitude every single day. Imagine waking up with a sense of gratitude before you even check your phone, before you think about your problems. Imagine walking into challenges with the calm confidence that you will either find a way or create one. Imagine your relationships improving because people feel uplifted around you. Imagine how much more energy you'll have when you're not weighed down by constant negativity. This isn't fantasy. This is a choice you can begin making today. The truth is, your mind is always creating momentum in one direction or the other. Every thought, every focus, every reaction is either pulling you forward or dragging you backward. A positive attitude builds forward momentum. It creates a chain reaction of small wins, better decisions, stronger relationships, and greater resilience. Negativity does the opposite. It makes you see barriers that aren't even there. It makes you doubt opportunities that could change your life, and it steals the fire from your spirit before you even take action. You can feel the difference in your own body. Negativity makes you heavy. Your shoulders slump, your breathing shortens, your energy drops. Positivity lifts you. You stand taller, breathe deeper, think clearer. Your physical state mirrors your mental state, and your mental state mirrors your attitude. So when you choose positivity, you're not just changing your mind. You're changing your entire presence in the world. And yes, this will be tested. Life has a way of throwing unexpected storms when you least expect them. You might lose something you thought you couldn't live without. You might face rejection, failure, heartbreak. In those moments, it's tempting to let your attitude crumble. But here's where you must remember. A positive attitude is not built for when life is easy. It's built for when life is hard. It's a shield, not a decoration. It's your lifeline in the storm, your anchor when the waves get rough. When you keep it steady in those moments, you not only survive, you come out stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever. That's why the power of a positive attitude is a foundation for every other success principle. You can have all the skills, all the plans, all the resources in the world, but if your attitude is poisoned with doubt and negativity, none of it will matter. On the other hand, you can start with very little, but if your attitude is one of belief, hope, and relentless action, you can build something incredible from almost nothing. So, starting today, I want you to challenge yourself. For the next week, no matter what happens, respond with a positive perspective. If something goes wrong, ask yourself, what's the lesson here? If you face a delay, tell yourself, this has given me time to prepare better. If someone criticizes you, use it as fuel to improve. This doesn't mean you won't feel frustration or disappointment. It means you'll refuse to let those feelings take the driver's seat. You are in control of your mental steering wheel, and you will guide it toward the destination you want. The greatest tragedy in life is not that people aim too high and miss. It's that they aim too low and hit. And what keeps people aiming low is not lack of talent, not lack of opportunity, but the quiet voice inside that says, it's not worth trying. Things never work out for me. I'm not good enough. That voice is the voice of a negative attitude. It will rob you of more dreams than failure ever could. If you take one thing from this moment, let it be this. You must never let that voice win. You must drown it out with belief, with hope, with a constant reminder that your future is still unwritten and you hold the pen. A positive attitude doesn't just help you handle today. It shapes what tomorrow looks like, because the way you think influences the way you act, and the way you act influences the results you get. If your attitude is locked on possibility, you will take more chances, meet more people, try more things. And every action you take is another seed planted. Some seeds will fail, yes, but others will grow into opportunities you never imagined. That is how momentum works. That is how ordinary people achieve extraordinary things. Think about the kind of person you want to be remembered as. Someone who gave in to fear, or someone who inspired others by refusing to quit. Someone who saw only problems, or someone who found a way when others couldn't. This is about impressing the world. It's about living a life you can be proud of. And pride doesn't come from perfection. It comes from knowing that no matter what came your way, you chose to face it with strength, with optimism, with the kind of energy that lifts rather than drains. The truth is, a positive attitude makes you unstoppable not because it removes obstacles, but because it makes you see obstacles differently. Where others see walls, you see doors waiting to be opened. Where others see endings, you see beginnings. Where others see risk, you see opportunity. That shift changes everything. And once you've experienced it, once you've lived with that kind of mindset, you will never want to go back to living as a prisoner of your own doubts. This is not about ignoring pain. This is about refusing to let pain become your identity. Yes, life will knock you down. Yes, you'll have days that break your heart. But if you keep your attitude anchored in the belief that better days are ahead, you will rise again. And when you do, you will rise stronger. Because every challenge you face with a positive attitude becomes training for the next one. You become tougher, more creative, more resilient. until eventually the things that once scared you no longer have power over you. I want you to realize that your attitude is a choice you make every morning before your feet even touch the floor. You can choose to focus on everything that's wrong, or you can choose to focus on what you can control, on what you can be grateful for, on what you can build today. That choice might seem small, but it will determine the course of your day and, over time, the course of your life. The most successful, fulfilled, happy people in the world are not those who have the least problems. They are those who face their problems with the best attitude. So as you step into the days ahead, carry this with you. Your attitude is your compass. When the storm clouds gather, it will point you toward the light. When you feel lost, it will guide you back to your path. When the weight of the world presses down, it will remind you that you are stronger than you know. Never underestimate the quiet, steady power of a mind that refuses to give up hope. If you want a better future, start by shaping your attitude today. If you want more love, give more love. If you want more opportunities, look for the good in every situation. If you want more strength, choose to believe in yourself when it would be easier to quit. These are not empty words. These are the small, consistent choices that change everything. Right now, decide. Decide that no matter what challenges come, you will not let negativity write your story. Decide that you will carry yourself with belief, with courage, with the unshakable conviction that there is always a way forward. Decide that you will be the kind of person who lifts the room just by walking into it. Decide that you will live not as a victim of your circumstances, but as the author of your destiny. Because the power of a positive attitude is not in the smile on your face, it's in the fire in your heart. And once you light that fire, nothing and no one can put it out. That was the power of a positive attitude, a reminder that your greatest strength lies not in what you have, but in how you choose to see the world. Carry this mindset with you, and there is no challenge you cannot overcome. This is beyond the cover. Where every book is more than words, it's a key to unlocking your best life. Until next time, keep your heart strong, your mind focused, and your attitude unstoppable.